guys, welcome to J Cloud's Anime Talk, and today we're back with another Black Clover theory video. And today's theory is, will Asta learn the devil's language, referencing the language that's inside his grimoire. Now, if you're only anime watcher, this video will contain some slight spoilers, so you might want to click off if you're not up to date. But if you are sticking around, make sure to leave a like on this video if you guys are enjoying the Black Clover content on this channel. You guys have been madly supportive on the channel as of late, so I greatly appreciate it. You guys are awesome. So with that out of the way, let's get to the topic at hand. Now, months ago, a while back, people were making videos asking the question, is the language that's inside Asta's grimoire is the language of the devil? And during that same time frame, Tabata came out and said that yes, the language that's inside Asta's grimoire is the language of the devil, even though it's self-explanatory because the narrator of the show or the manga even states that the five-leaf clover is formed by despair, and that's also where the devil resides in. And also we seen that Asta was showing Julius, asking him, can you read this grimoire for me, or do you even know what it is? And Julius said that he never seen language like that ever, and he couldn't read it. So everybody in the Clover Kingdom that has ever seen Asta's grimoire, they know that the language that's inside of it is completely foreign. And not too long ago, we seen that the word magic devil was using the exact same language that is written inside Asta's grimoire to cast his spell. Now the question is, since Asta is a human, how will he ever learn how to speak the language of a devil if he doesn't know how to read his own grimoire? And this is where the theory comes into play. Now for starters, we know that the devil that's inside Asta's grimoire ultimate goal is to take over Asta's body, but with the never giving up spirit that Asta has, he will not allow it. Asta showed great resentment towards the devil during the fight against Ladros, which makes sense why the Black Asta transformation has one wing, one devil horn, and the black anti-magic is over his arm. So in a way, the Black Asta form that we always see is an incomplete form because Asta resisted. During the Black Asta transformation, we did see a slight tease of what Asta could look like in his 100% complete form. So if this was to happen, if the devil was to take full control of Asta's body, Asta will be speaking the devil's language, thus he'll be able to read his own grimoire. Now you can say that, well, Asta wouldn't be really speaking the devil's language because it'll be the devil that's inside his grimoire speaking through his body. But there are ways that Asta still can learn the language without the devil fully taking over his body. Now for the first time ever, we seen that Asta was able to cast his first spell, and it was anti-magic demon slayer sword Black Divider. This wasn't a regular attack move that Asta would just randomly name and call out saying Black Hurricane or Black Meteorite. This was his first spell because once he used this spell, his grimoire became clear. That has never happened for Asta, so this indicates that the direction that the series is going to be heavily focused on Asta's grimoire in the coming arcs, because he's going to wonder why his grimoire became clear when he used his first spell. But before he even used this spell, his anti-magic flow through his swords was acting out of control. On top of the fact that the word magic devil was making the power worse, and it's because the devil inside his grimoire was refusing to lose. And since Asta resisted and was able to tame the anti-magic flow in the devil, he was able to call out his own spell for the first time. So without realizing it, Asta was able to call out a spell that's inside his grimoire that's devil language without using the language subconsciously. Asta even stated that he wants to use his anti-magic just like how everyone else used their magic, because it frustrates him that he cannot read his own grimoire or cast any spells until he used Black Divider, because we know that the power of a grimoire can also be activated through instinct and overcoming a strong obstacle by strong desire. That is what was going on when Asta was trying to use Black Divider. We've seen in cases where Yuno didn't even know how to read the wind spirit magic spells, but when he was in a dire situation, it activated on his own without him realizing it, calling out spells that he didn't even know. And that's just how the power of the grimoires work in Black Clover. Now we see that Yuno is able to master and know how to read the text and decipher the language of the wind spirit spell. And we know that Yuno and Asta are the same when it comes to trying to understand their powers. Ever since Yuno learned how to use that spell, the wind spirit magic has been helping him out throughout his journey. The same thing can happen for Asta with the devil. So Asta doesn't necessarily need to speak the language of the devil to use access to his grimoire. So the way the story is already heading, when Asta learns how to fully control and master the Black Asta form, we will start to see more anti-magic spells from his grimoire. But we see that the devil really only shows shows up when Asta is in a dire situation. And I believe that dire situation is coming up because we've seen in chapter 215, the recent chapter, Julius warned everybody that a war may happen in the current state that the Clover Kingdom is in, and it may be overthrown by a foreign land, and that Asta will die. So with this possible outcome, to prevent this, Asta needs to get stronger, because he can only last in his Black Asta form 2 times a day. So yes, I truly believe that Asta will learn how to read his grimoire, that is the devil's language, and the way that Tabata is writing this story is definitely going to happen soon. I believe the devil will be heavily involved in the next arc. But with that being said, this is a quick theory video. If you guys enjoyed this, be sure to smash the like button for me. Comment below and tell me, what do you think? Do you believe Asta will learn the devil's language? And if you are new to this channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.